Hello and welcome to Ground Control RC. What I wanted to talk about today is saving your blades, either Exacto blades, utility blades, whatever it is you use for your scratch builds or for repairing your foam aircraft. I have an Exacto knife, and so I typically buy these Exacto blades in a 15 pack, and about the cheapest I've been able to find these things is about a quarter a blade by the time that you add tax into it. Shipping cost is too expensive, so I have to pick them up at the store. That adds up over time. As a matter of fact, if you just throw your blades away while you're doing a scratch build, I typically go through about 2 of these blades per scratch build, so that adds up quickly. So what I decided to do was sharpen these blades, and I just took a piece of scrap wood. I bought some 250 grit sandpaper at the hardware store, typically Lowe's or Home Depot is where I go, and 400 grit sandpaper, and I just trimmed them down to the width of the piece of wood that I had. But something else that would work real well would be a wood paint stirrer that you could get at the hardware store for about 50 cents. So, and then I just used some of this Elmer's spray-on adhesive to spray the back of the sandpaper and then attach it to the piece of wood. Now, a lot of people have a lot of different techniques for sharpening knives, blades, etc. But what I found that works well for me with these Exacto blades, and I would assume that the utility blades would probably be the same way, is I start off with my 250 grit and I apply even pressure with the blade flat against the sandpaper, and I hold the blade at about a 15 to 20 degree angle, and then I slide it away from me with the blade facing me, and I will do that on the 250 grit about 15 times. And then once I've got 15 strokes on there, I'll flip the blade over with the sharp edge facing away from me, and then I will draw it toward me. And I will do that 15 times. It's important to get the count on the sharpening of this blade the same on both edges. Now, once I've done it 15 times on each side of the blade on the 250 grit, then I'll move on to the 400 grit, and I'll do the same thing. 15 times on one side, the blade facing me and pushing it away, flip the blade over, sharp edge pointing away from me, and draw it toward me. Some people will do a circular motion on the blade, some people will push it forward and backward, but for me, I found that this is the best technique to use for these real thin blades like this. So, and after doing that, I end up getting a very sharp edge on my Exacto blade again. So far I've sharpened this blade 4 or 5 times, so over time it could save you quite a few dollars. So rather than throw those Exacto blades or utility blades away, sharpen them. Hope you liked the video. Hope you find it informative. Please subscribe and give it a thumbs up. Thank you.